Hello, hello, how is everybody doing? I am Gibbo the Shaman. Nice to meet you. I am, so a little bit about me. I am a YouTuber. I've been doing this for a while. And yeah, today we are going to be sharing some guided meditation. Well, one guided meditation, and also we'll be doing today some qigong practices. Well, I want to share with you guys some things that I've learned and just a few very simple practices that you can practice on your own in order to uh, gain some energy. So I'm gonna be talking, I'm gonna be teaching a little bit during this episode, and yeah, so we'll be doing that. And let's see here. So yeah, so I've been in contact with the extraterrestrials, light beings, and recently, and they have kind of said that, this, what some people call like the 5D shift, and things like that, is, it's actually more, there's actually more to it than that. So for a long time, I was like, okay, well, if this 5D shift is coming, then I'm gonna wait for it, see what happens. But, what I've recently found out was that the 5D shift, or the what people call like the solar flash, the solar blitz, and whatever, is actually more of like it's a it's solar waves of love that are coming to the earth, and they are there to essentially wake people up and to empower people, inspire people to uh, wake up out of this 3D illusion, right? So that's yeah, that's what they are. And also, it's so it's instead of waiting for something to happen to you, instead of waiting for things to happen, instead of waiting for somebody else to do the work and bring you along, um this shift is going to be a very individual focus. So if you haven't heard about it, it's this term solar flash is pretty common in like new agey circles, and you can look it up, you can Google it. So yeah, so that's what I found out it was going to be, and I'm actually almost like I'm feeling like people, a lot of people are not ready for this. A lot of people still have yet to uh, mature psychologically. And I know it took me a while, and I know that it can be challenging to kind of psychologically mature out of this, out of having, like, it almost takes effort to have the right assumptions in life on this earth. So many people think of Earth as like a spirit, like a prison planet kind of thing. I know Alex Jones, that's one of his websites, is Prison Planet. But yeah, it is. Um, I think it's that because we make it that way. It doesn't have to be a prison planet. It doesn't have to. Nothing has to be out of your control. So, uh, what I've found a great benefit in doing is just taking personal responsibility in my life and having an internal locus of control, controlling those things and changing those things that I feel like I need to change my life for my own betterment. Whether that's turning off the news, not listening to that garbage, or um, and also there's yeah, so um, or whether it's just continue. I want to stay on that train of thought. So it's you know, whether it's turning off the news or it's working out or maybe it's working harder on your business or whatever you have to do. Everything is in your control. Well, not everything, but a lot of things are. So the more that I try to focus on my own happiness, my own sense of well-being, then things tended to work out. Now, what also happens is you have in these spiritual circles, right? You have a bunch of people who are maybe looking for some answers, for some truth. They're very, what I've noticed recently is people are very confused. They're very, they don't know, they can't like make sense of things. They're looking for answers, and then you have a bunch of these people, these influencers on YouTube who, um, maybe they're coming from a good place, but they're misleading their audience into any kind of, I'll just say this, a, any kind of an attitude or an assumption that that, that makes you think that you are a victim, that you have no control, that you're just this tiny little puny human that has no control and is just floating around in the universe, uh, telling you that any kind of belief or spiritual belief or thought system that makes you feel like that, I can tell you, you know, it's really detrimental. And so what I try to focus on in here is solutions. I'm a very solutions-based guy. I like to focus on things that help you in a practical and palpable way. So for example, you know, when my spiritual counselor decided to delve into the ET contact through CE5, um, I was skeptical about that, and I was like, "What? This guy used to be such a practical guy, but you know, really, it's the ETs want to help us in a practical way." And so even all the stuff that I teach as the Qigong stuff here, 90-day challenge or the self-transformation challenge and the Qigong, cosmic Qigong stuff, I mean, all of that is for your benefit. It is something that I've found as an individual with disabilities to be quite helpful and energetically empowering. And like when I do those exercises, man, I'm so full of energy. I just, it's like nonstop. So you know, when I do those exercises, I work like 24/7. You know, I can go out and exercise and feel really good the next day or while I'm doing it. And yeah, it just gives me so much energy. And on top of all that, the physical health benefits and all that, it's really given me a lot of healing, both energetically, psychologically, emotionally. It's really helped me to heal and to grow out of my victim mentality because that was a big thing when I was growing up is I had this woe is me. You know, I'm the victim, like look at like all that stuff. So yeah, this stuff really it's going and believe me, everyone has, you know, everybody asks me about these programs. Okay, what is it going to do for me? Vince, Gevo, what is it going to do for me? Well, I can tell you that it's going to do different things for everybody. Because there's some things that Qigong will give you that you don't necessarily know that you need. But once you get it, you're like, oh wow, that feels fantastic. That helped me so much. That healed me a lot. So it's, it's a something that is very overlooked that a lot of people just kind of they just kind of don't really pay a whole lot of attention to qigong. You know, people love to be passive. They want sound baths. They want, they want distance healing. They want, stuff like that. So, but this qigong stuff actually gives you a chance, an opportunity to to give you to like bring you um a lot of opportunity to like heal yourself. So very healing stuff. So and yeah. So anyway, I wanted to just kind of encourage everyone to kind of get out of that um negative victim mindset. It's really not helpful, and it, this is just like, if you want to look at this way, like this is just the kind of the role that we play as humans. So this is our video character. It's these tiny humans that, go run around and all that stuff. So, um, but yeah, once we get beyond our human self, then we can get to a higher level into um, what is really true about ourselves from a soul level, which is that, um, which is that, it's more about expressing the self. It's more about being like, I tell you, the ETs that I talk to, they're always joking around. They don't take anything like so seriously. They're always joking around with us. They always laugh. They're always playful. Very flirtatious, very kind, very loving. It's just like, you know, they'll give you some information and they'll just be like, hee hee. you know, they love it when you can kind of adopt those kinds of playful mindsets and attitudes. It's very healing and very um yeah, it's just wonderful. So anyway, yeah, so I will get into the qigong postures. So the first one that we have is, I will go ahead and stand up here. So let's get into the qigong stuff. So, and by the way, we will be doing some qigong stuff first. We're doing that first, and then afterwards we'll be doing the guided interdimensional meditation stuff. So stick around. All right. So, let's see if I can fix this a little bit. There we go. So you can do this standing or sitting, doesn't matter. Either way, standing or sitting. I'm gonna adjust my mic here so it might be noisy. There we go. Okay, so you can do this standing or sitting, and this first posture is called the whole breath posture, or it's like an earth elemental earth posture. So here we go. So you're going to start by placing your hands parallel to the ground. So if you imagine that the ground is right here, placing them parallel to the ground, right? And so you're going to do this kind of thing when your hands are down by your hips, just like this. So I'll tell you what I'm doing. My chest is being expanded. I'm pulling my shoulders back. I'm pulling my elbows back so that way my elbows are bent. And I'm just like acting like I'm pushing myself up off a bench kind of thing. Just like this. And you don't want to do it like tense. Like you don't want to tense your muscles up so you're like all tight. But you could do it in a more relaxed way. Just maintain that posture without tensing your muscles really. We're just going to breathe. It's like it's very relaxed. I mean, you do feel some tension in your tendons and muscles, but it's not like all the way tense. So you're just going to breathe in, out, in, out. And what I'm doing here, I'll show you from the side. You see that? Like I'm basically having my hands here at my hips. And basically what I'm doing with my mind is I'm focusing up on my third eye. And I am inhaling energy, or inhaling my breath. And so what I'm essentially doing is I'm doing the cool breath along with this. So beneath my breath, so there's two ways of doing this. The cool breath. The first way is essentially doing like deep inhale, right? So we inhale and then we do it vocally. So like we'll do that's the vocal intonation. And then there's a second way where we kind of do it beneath our breath, while we're exhaling that huul, Huul, very slowly. We're like doing it very slowly, and it's coming from the back of the throat kind of thing. It's like muscle. It's like you're not saying the full breath out loud, but it's just coming out as like a breath. So that's why we call it the cool breath. It's not a vocal intonation, it's a silent breath. So I will demonstrate that. So breathing out very slowly, chanting the full breath. And as I'm doing that, I'm like splitting my airway. The air is coming out my nose and it's coming out my mouth at the same time. So it's almost like splitting that air coming out two different ways. And in order for that to happen, you must slow down your breath to such a degree that it feels like nothing is coming out, really. Just a slight wisp of air is coming up through the throat and out. So I'll do that again. Okay, I could go longer. I could go much longer with that breath, but yeah, so there's that. So the posture is like this, and in that posture, what I'm doing with my head, with my neck, is instead of looking up, that's looking up is about the worst thing that you could ever do. Looking down is also not good because it strings the neck, it curves that neck. And so while you're doing all this stuff, all that energy is going to be trapped in your head. So the best thing to do is to start by looking forward. We're just looking forward. And then we're going to tilt our neck down, our head down. So if you can imagine lengthening the back of the spine, we're just kind of tilting from the base of the head. So where your neck goes up into your skull, that's the place that we're tilting. So that back of the neck gets lengthened. I'll show you if you can see it. Let's see. It's me looking good. Right. Like that. Looking down probably 5 or 6 feet in front of my feet. So yeah, that I find that really helps. That's a good exercise to do when you feel ungrounded, when you feel like your energies are up here. And yeah, so that's a great exercise to do then. And then, so moving on to a second exercise is the waterfall posture, or the waterfall exercise. So essentially what that is we are going to take our hands, we're going to make sure that muscles are relaxed in our arms and shoulders. This is not like a very strenuous, muscular kind of activity. So we're going to start off in like this, basically just have your hands kind of pointing up. So instead of down like this, you're going to want them up. And we're just going to go inhale, bring your hands up. And we are bringing that energy, the focus is to bring that energy to the crown chakra and the third eye. We're just bringing them, inhaling, and exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. And now something that's important to know is that when we are on the exhale, when we are, oops, sorry about that, guys. on the exhale, when we are bringing our hands down, right? Bringing the hands down, what is actually happening is we are on the bottom here. This is called quantum seal. And so this is forming like a triangle. See that? It's forming a triangle between the thumbs and the pointer fingers. And that is called quantum seal. And that seals the energy, that brings it into the navel so that the navel can take it up and use it in the body. So that's what that's for. And then, so yeah, same thing with that. You're going to be looking down 45 degrees, like 5 or 6 feet in front of you. And also, when you're doing a standing posture, your feet are wide, so there's a wide stance. Let me see if I can. Just a very wide stance. It's not like crazy like this, but it's shoulder width apart. And yeah, so it also what else? So there's another exercise that I'll show you today, and this is called activating the energy. So yeah, so we start off with just loosening our arms, making sure that they're nice and loose. We're going to stand up. We're going to bend our knees slightly, and we're going to just bring our arms out like we have strings attached to our elbows, so like a marionette doll. So we want to keep the shoulders down, like relaxed. So don't do this, where your shoulders are going up with your arms. You want to keep them nice and relaxed, and you're just going to act like there's a string on your elbow here, and it's lifting your arm up, just like that. It's not bringing it forward, it's not bringing it backward, just parallel to your body, and just like this. And your hands are not completely relaxed. Relaxed hands would look like what I'm doing now, and the hands are also not completely tense and stretched out with tension. So your hands, what they're doing is there's enough tension in the hands that you can feel the tendons stretching a bit, but you're not going crazy like this. Okay. So once again, we'll reset, stretch up. Okay. And I'm going to bend the legs slightly, have them out like this, shoulder width apart. And we're going to breathe in, keep our chest up. You don't want to be like this, chest up, head down, at a like 45-degree angle. And then it looks like this. And once you get the hang of that, you can do something like you can inhale and expand your arms. Inhale and expand, exhale and contract. So you're feeling some energy in your hands. It's like you're expanding a ball. In fact, it's like there's little golf balls in your elbow. You want to keep your arms out like that. In your So we're just doing this. And when I stretch out like that, like this, I'm the main thing is doing it by the elbows. So my hands and wrists are completely relaxed. I'm just expanding at the elbow or at the shoulder. So you get the point. And the point is just to breathe through that. And each of these exercises, you can do them for 5 to 10 minutes at first. I would not recommend going any longer than 5 or 10 minutes though, because you gotta get used to the energy buildup within your body before you can go for longer time periods. So even just doing a 30-minute exercises with these 3 exercises, I mean that's perfect. So that'll get you started. So yeah, I hope to be releasing some more of these, some more meditations, more qigong exercises and stuff. So yeah, guys. So all right. So what do you say we get into some guided meditations? So let's get into some guided meditation. Alright. I actually feel really good after doing those. So I'm gonna move my mic back. It might make some noise, so just be prepared. Just gonna move it to a good location. Okay. And I'm gonna need some air, so I'm gonna turn on my fan here. There we go. And I'm gonna need some water. Something to drink. So, this one has ginger, like, at the bottom of the cans. It's like, almost gets stuck to the bottom and not mixed in with everything, so it's a great ginger thing. Alright, there we go. Sorry guys, I'm just opening my can of kombucha so that way we can get into our meditation for today. Perfect. Alright, so let's get into it. So as you just saw, I did some Qigong stuff, so for those viewers who, like I can see my analytics here, there's viewers popping in and out all the time, which is okay for me. Yeah, so we're just going to get into this interdimensional meditation. So, alright, so why don't we just get into a meditative posture, go to a place in your home that is conducive to meditation, where you won't be bothered by kids or family or roommates or whatever. And just close your eyes. We're going to take a big deep breath. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale. Alright. Wonderful. Okay, so me just noticed my camera is a little bit weird, so alright. So alright, so we've done our 3 breaths. And now I want you to bring in your attention, your focus, your consciousness from everything outside of you to everything inside of you. So just go ahead and breathe in. As you're breathing in, go ahead and retract or withdraw your focus. Imagine it contracting and coming into your body. Every time that you inhale, it comes in, and every time that you exhale, you'll let go of something. So there's things that I'm thinking about that are way off into the future, and I can just choose to retract my focus from those things, withdraw my focus from those things. So instead of worrying about the future or thinking about the past, we draw all of our conscious awareness into this present moment. into your body. So go ahead and breathe in and out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, into the mouth. Every time we inhale, we are bringing our conscious awareness into our body. Every time we exhale, we are letting go of one more thing that bothers us, that distracts us, that irritates us, that worries us, that distracts us, that draws our attention in some way. Just let go of all of those distractions, all of those things that we feel compelled to worry about. Just breathe in and exhale. Breathe in your conscious awareness. Exhale all the distractions, all the worries, all the fears. Inhale, drawing all of your conscious energy towards yourself. Exhale, letting go of everything else. Okay, great. Okay. So now we have all of our conscious awareness inside of our body. And now we're just going to scan every area of our body. And we're just going to see if we can sense the sensations, the feelings, the tenderness, the soreness, the pains and aches, whatever it is for you that's going on in the different parts of our body. So just scan your body from your head to your toes. Breathing in very loving energy into those aches and pains. Releasing them, healing them. Alright. And now I want you to focus all of your attention, all of your energy onto your heart center. heart center is in the center of your chest. I want you to sense what that feels like. Tapping into that heart center. Is there any pain there? Is there any struggle? Is there any tenderness? Is there any sensitivity? Alright. And now what I want you to do is I want you to search your heart for the thing that you love most. Whether that be your spouse, your children, your pets, maybe a special cat or a dog that you have. Whether that's a nice sunny beach or just nature, or it can be as ambiguous or as specific as you need to be. What is the one thing that you love most? What is the one person that you love most? What evokes the most love from your heart? And now that we have that one thing, I want you to really palpably feel the love that is coming from your heart. That loves that thing, that puppy, that cat, that spouse, that child. I want you to think about that love, that immense, beautiful, palpable love. I want you to expand your heart. Let this love pour out of you. Let this love billow out of you. And we can see that as this love pours more and more out of us, we can see that we are surrounded by a bigger and bigger bubble of love. Every time we think about that person or feel those feelings, that bubble of love becomes bigger and bigger bigger and bigger. Until it envelops you and everyone around you, your whole house, your whole neighborhood, your whole city, your whole state, whole country, and now it envelops the world. And we just sit in this space where the whole world becomes our heart center. Where the whole world becomes who and what we love. There's no limitations to unconditional love. There's no limitations to unconditional love. There is no boundaries. There is no limitations. There is nothing that cannot be accomplished with unconditional love. And now this bubble is becoming more compact. It's becoming fuller and fuller with love, with our love and other people's love. And now we're floating up above the earth. We become lighter and lighter, float up above the earth. So easily, so gently. Now, once we're up above the earth, we bump into the Earth's 3D, 5D barrier. The barrier that's separating 3D to 5D. And we just penetrate through that barrier. And now we ask our guides. We find that our guides are meeting us there, right outside of 5D, or right outside of 3D. And they're just watching us become these powerful creatures, these powerful gods that we are. And when you do something as powerful as this meditation, the gods, the deities, the light beings, they all rejoice because they see what we're doing. We have so much power that even these silly little meditations actually make a big change in the world. So I want you to interact with your guide. I want you to ask them, what is my 5D title? Go ahead and ask this now. Okay. And now I want you to repeat this back to your guide. So if they told you you are the king of the universe, you're going to repeat back, I am the king of the universe. If they told you that you are the emissary of consciousness, you repeat back, I am the emissary of consciousness. Right. And now I want you to continue to speak with your guide. I want you to ask them if they have anything to tell you. So just ask them, hey, do you have anything to tell me? Do you have any messages for me? Anything at all. Alright. And now we are going to repeat those messages back to our guides, whatever they had to tell us. And now I'm conferring with one of my guides that's leading this meditation. I'm asking them, what should we do now? Okay. So now we are going to go to outer space. There's like this outer space that is drawing us, that is calling us. So just go right above where you are, right? Like our guides are leading us by the hand, taking us far away from the Milky Way galaxy, far away from our home. And now we can see right above us a very bright star, a very bright white crystalline energy. We discover that we are no longer in 3D or 5D, in another dimension completely. This is very foreign. We see this bright, white, crystalline energy. It's white, like it's almost like an ice crystal. A big rock, big ball of white crystals. Looks like the size of a planet. And as we approach it, we can see that it's pulsing. It's pulsating a bright white light up on top of it. So it's emanating this big bright white light that is, it's like almost too bright to look at. It's just so bright. It's pulsating. And now we have officially stepped onto this crystalline structure. Crystalline comet or meteor. And let's all just step inside. We're being encouraged to step inside of this massive cave-like structure. It's just surrounding us on all sides. And in here we can see this beautiful ET. This beautiful higher dimensional being of light. It's beautiful goddess. And in front of her is this large column of light that goes from the floor into the ceiling. And when it's in the ceiling, when it goes up to the ceiling, it's basically being refracted and coming out in all directions. It's just so huge. Such a massive, powerful being of light. Beam of light. So here we're being granted access, if you want it, to be expanded, to have our sense of self expanded beyond anything our human comprehension could think of or imagine, beyond anything that we can imagine or make up or pretend. So I want you to very politely and respectfully, bowing our heads, we walk up to this goddess on her beautiful white crystalline throne. And we greet her respectfully. And she says, welcome, human friends. We invited you here today to offer you a chance to expand into your higher dimensional self. It is your choice whether you want to take it or not. But this is a gift that we offer freely. She says, we know how powerful you are. Do you know? She's laughing. And I have to say, I don't quite know. Don't quite know how powerful I am. And she says, well, you'll soon find out. Okay, so for those of you who choose to be a part of this, you're going to individually ask her if she has a message for each one of us. So just ask her, do you have a message for me? She says I'm the light bringer, and that I'm too important to be wasted. Okay. And so I accept that, and why don't you go ahead and repeat back to her what she told you. Okay. And now there is there's a push, like our light being friends, our guides are asking us to get into this massive, large column of light that is emanating into all directions at the top. So it's coming up from beneath, and it's just this massive column of light, and then it like hits this crystal or something, and it just blasts out in all directions. So it's pretty, oops, sorry guys. So it's pretty massive. This is like an intense experience from feeling all kinds of energy. So let's just go ahead and, yes, we accept. We will step into this column of light. This column of light restores you to your 5D identity. There is some responsibility and some wonderful gifts and abilities that will come when you accept who you are and who you're becoming in higher dimensions. It goes beyond any of your human understanding. We are here to lift you up, to pull you up. You must do all you can to hang on for the ride. And as I step into this portal, it's not necessarily a portal, but it's a energy, column of energy. It's coming up my feet, ankles, my calves, my shins, my upper legs, my hips, stomach, chest. Up to my arms, my neck, my shoulders, my crown, my head. And I'm feeling this immense pressure in my head on the right side, the right ear. And all this light is trying to do, all this energy is trying to do, is getting us to expand our limited perception of ourselves. To just soak it up. Just breathe into it. We have so much immense power. It's pretty insane. To think about. And I can feel so much energy moving through my heart center. It's just like I get the feeling that my heart center is like a portal to something, to some Maybe it's a dimension, maybe it's a realm. I feel like the more I stand in this column of energy, the more that place, the more that portal gets filled with light. Okay. Alright, so now once we feel filled up, we're just going to go ahead and step out of this column of light. We're going to go ahead and take a seat, make yourself at home, relax, and our guides will be tending to us. The guides now will be revealing to us who we truly are and our mission on this world, our mission in these other dimensions. Maybe even revealing to us our mission in this 3D world and who we truly are in higher dimensions. Okay. Now, whatever they said to you, I want you to repeat it back to them. Alright, wonderful. And now, let's, okay, now what? Now what? Okay, so now we are going to go down to Jupiter. Let's go down to Jupiter. Jupiter, your guides are going to help you to get to Jupiter. Now, now that we're at Jupiter, we're going to go down into the center of Jupiter. We're going to go down into the center of Jupiter. And what we're going to do there is we are going to come down through through the storm, through the rock, through everything we can see. Below us we can see a door opening up to that center chamber. And as we walk into this center chamber, we see this massive like ball of lightning coming out of it, and lightning, thunder, just this massive ball. And this ball of energy has consciousness. The reason that he's filled with so much lightning is that he is brimming over the top with energy, so he has to release that energy by emitting this tremendous amount of lightning energy. Thunderous lightning. And now we're being encouraged to step into this ball of tremendous light and power. Now the lightning that he emits will not hurt you. You're totally, completely safe here in this place. Alright, so let's go ahead and step into this ball of lightning, this ball of light. And what I'm experiencing is I'm being like torn apart. It's just like too much for me, so I'm like, it's not too much for me in the sense of I'm not feeling any pain or anything. The energy is just so intense. This energy is like atoms, particles, it's moving so fast. It's so fast that if you try to hold on to a solid form, solid identity, a solid sense of who you are, It's just going to be vaporized, just be destroyed in this place. And by stepping into this ball of light and energy and lightning and thunder, and this has taken us to the realm where Jupiter lives. Jupiter is a deity. Jupiter, the planet, is his physical representations, physical, like, proxy. And going into the center of Jupiter, core of Jupiter, transported us to this place. So, let's see what I have to say. In here, there is no human identity. There is no sense of being. It's just like you're just merged with light. Like, once you step into that, you're just... that's all you are. It's like you're merged into that. You're there, meaning that there is no difference between you, like your identity, and this light. It's the same thing. It's... the word gravity well is coming up for me. Just there is... I'm trying my best to put this into words. It's just not doing it. There is nothing that can describe what I'm experiencing. Yeah, there's nothing that can... I'm being reminded of the god Tiw, which is Tiw. That is essentially Jupiter. The term Theospita, that's Jupiter. The term Zeus, that's Jupiter. He's showing me like all these identities. And he's like, yep, that's me. And there is no I. There is no, it's just all kind of blended in. There isn't, like, there is no differentiation. There is no, you can't grasp at anything and pull it out. It's just, this is the source. This is just, oops, sorry guys. This is just where everything is just combined and one. And yet, this is the multidimensional nature of things. On one dimension, you can be this human, but up here, you're just energy. And the fifth dimension, you can be a light being, but up here, you're just energy. So there is no self. There is no identities. It's like, okay, so how is this helpful? Like how can I try to guide people through this? He's saying, at the end of the day, it all makes sense. At the end of time, it all makes sense. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Thank you. So what now? And it's like if our guides jumped in here, it's just like, okay. Now we're going to find our way back to Jupiter, back through this portal, back into Jupiter. Okay, so now what? Yeah. Okay, so we're going back to Earth now. They're like, alright, you've had enough for the day. They're telling me I've had enough for the day. Yeah, yep, I have. That was too much. It's like a designated driver assisting us back to Earth. They're laughing at that idea. Okay. So now we're all surrounding Earth, and I think it's a good idea to do a 2-hour mantra now, followed by the whole mantra. So just follow along with me. We're just going to be doing the whole mantra called Huul. Huul. And then we're going to be we're doing the Huar mantra. So Huar is Huar. So it's so let's do it. Inhale, take a big deep breath. And now let's do the Hul breath. Hul mantra. Huul. Okay. And now we can invite our ET guides back to Earth with us if you like to. If not, that's okay. But I'm going to invite my beautiful Itana back to Earth with me. Itana, you always have an open invitation to come to Earth with me. Hang out, meditate, communicate, all that good stuff. And she reciprocates and she appreciates that. And now we're just going to focus on the Earth right now. We're going to find our continents. We're going to find our country. As we descend further and further and further, faster and faster, we're going to find our state, where we live. We're going to find our city, and then our neighborhood. And then we're going to find our home. And we're just going to pause and look around right above our roof top. So you can see the neighborhood. We can see the neighborhood. The neighbors walking their dog, walking their kid in the stroller. See them riding a bike, taking a walk, whatever the neighbors are doing. And then we come down into our home. We gently and carefully slip back into our bodies. And we take a moment to really feel all of the healing energy that Jupiter and that other places give to us. So all the healing, all the loving energy, just take a moment to feel that in our heart. Now, before you open your eyes, let's go ahead and rub our hands together. Rub your hands together. And we're just going to put the palms of our hands over our eyes on our face. We're going to breathe in into our legs, from our head to our legs. And we're going to breathe out into the earth. So breathe in this hot, warm, healing energy from your hands into your eyes. It goes down your body, into your legs. We're going to breathe out from our legs into the earth. There we go. Breathe in, inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. You can rub our eyes, rub our face, rub our scalp, back of the neck, front of the neck, rub our shoulders, arms, rub our chest, and our stomach, and scoot back in your chair and rub your legs down. Alright. And that just really helps us to ground back in our body. Really helps us to just come back and be a human again. Wow, during that Jupiter part of the meditation, I was just like, whoa. I felt like stretched, like ripped to pieces. It's like, or my body felt like it was just gonna explode. You know, my identity, my ego and all that is like, you know, yeah, so when people call Jupiter guru, I mean, they're not lying. It was, Jupiter is always very deep, very, you know, all that stuff, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully you can, if you liked it, you can subscribe, and you can hit that like button, give it a like, give it a subscribe, give it a share it with all your contacts, with all your friends, and you can also join my Patreon, and you can get courses like this, the Self-Transformation Challenge and the Cosmic Qigong down here. Those are wonderful meditations, those are wonderful things to get the body going, the nervous system and all that good stuff, and yeah, it just really helps. It's really helpful. Alright, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we will talk to you next time, alright? Hope you're well, and we'll see you next time.